Sup guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to day 7 of Youtober. I am so excited. I can't believe that it's just like going this fast, and I hope I get all of my videos up for every single day of this month. And this chair is so squeaky. But if this is your first time watching a Youtober video, then I'm posting a video every single day in the month of October. I will link all the other videos down below for you, so you can go check all the other ones out. And make sure to subscribe down below so you can see all the upcoming videos. So today's video of Youtober is going to be a fall reading list. Some of them I have the actual books, some of them I are using audiobook or Audible, that's what I meant. And so let's get into the video. So the first book I would recommend for this fall is definitely 13 Reasons Why. It was popular over the summer, I believe, on Netflix. But I actually read this book back, it was so long ago, probably 6th or 7th grade. And literally I picked it up and I was just, because my friend told me there was going to be a good book. And I was like, okay. So I went outside and sat on my trampoline and just sat there. And I started reading it, and I literally couldn't put it down. I sat there for 7 hours, and I read it cover to cover. And I just laid on the trampoline and cried. It was just so good, and I loved it. And then I also loved the Netflix series. If you haven't watched it, don't worry, I'm not gonna give any spoilers. All I have to say is, I love this book. I love the Netflix series. They're not super alike, but they both have their own amazing qualities, and they were both amazing in their own ways. It wasn't it was just like the book, and that's why I loved it, because it wasn't really just like the book, at all. It was very similar, but you get the gist. And so for any of you who haven't, heard of it before, I'm gonna be reading the backs of all of the books. You can't stop the future, you can't rewind the past. The only way to learn the secret is to press play. Clay Jensen doesn't want anything to do with the tapes Hannah Baker made. Hannah is dead. Her secret should be buried with her. Then Hannah's voice tells Clay that his name is on her tapes, and that he is in some way responsible for her death. All through the night, Clay keeps listening. He follows Hannah's recorded words throughout his small town, and what he discovers changes his life forever. So good, my little Clay. The next book I would like to recommend to you guys for fall reading is Crank by Ellen Hopkins. This is a really good book, and it's all written in poetry form. You might be freaked out, holy crap, that's huge, but these are the pages. It's all written in poetry. It's not that bad. And there are some pages, let me see. This chapter is Home Sweet Home, and the first page is written out as a poem in the form of a house. Super cool. And so this is a really good book. It's one of those, I don't even know how to explain it. Life was good before I met the monster. After, life was great, at least for a little while. Christina is the perfect daughter, gifted high school junior, quiet, never any trouble. Then she meets the monster, Crank. And what begins as a wild ride turns into a struggle for her mind, her soul, her life. And it's about a girl who starts doing meth, and her life is just completely changed by it, and it's about her struggle and everything that she went through is all in poem form, and it's just really moving. And in the fall, I really like to read books that change my perspective on life and just make you realize what people go through, and I just like to learn through other people and stuff like that. So I really enjoyed this book, and I think a lot of people enjoy this book. There are, I believe, 7 or 8 other books. Oh yeah, it's right here. There's also Burned, Impulse, Glass, Identical, Tricks, Fallout, Perfect, and Tilt. I also have Fallout. That's the one I'm on right now. I'm a fourth of the way through that one, but I don't like it as much as I like this one. So start with this one. This is the first book. The next book I have for you, I don't have the paper cover thingy on it because it ripped straight through away. So I'm going to quickly look up the info on it. Okay, that took way longer than necessary, but for you guys it took a second. Anywho, So Fang is a James Patterson novel that is from the Maximum Ride series, but I never read the Maximum Ride series. This is the only Maximum Ride book I read, and you don't have to read the other ones to read this one. So there's the Maximum Ride series, and then there's Fang and Angel, and Fang is the only one that I read out of it. But the description is, Angel says that Fang will be the first to die, and Angel is never wrong. Maximum Ride is used to living desperately on the run from evil forces, sabotaging her quest to save the world. But nothing has ever come as close to destroying her as the horrifying prophetic message, I can't read today. Fang is Max's best friend, her soulmate, her partner in the leadership of her flock of winged children. A life without Fang is a life unimaginable. When a newly created winged boy, the magnificent Dylan, is introduced into the flock, their world is upended yet again. Raised in a lab like the others, Dylan exists for only one reason. He was designed to be Max's perfect other half. Thus unfolds a battle of perfection versus passion that terrifies, twists, and turns, and meanwhile the apocalypse is coming. So good. So it's about there's 5 of them, I believe. There's winged children, like I said, and they were made angels in a lab. They just get stuff done together. And Dylan was created to be Max's other half, but Fang is in love with her. So there's like that little tiff that goes on. And the other one that is really good that I do not have with me because I think I left it at my mom's house. I don't know where it is Falling. That one is also a really good series about angels and falling angels. That's why it's called Falling. And then there's Hush Hush, that's also about angels. Those 3 are they're really great. This one is more sci-fi because like they were created in a lab, and the other 2 are more fiction because they're like talking about actual falling angels. And so, I don't know, this is so good. And then the last one that I have of like the actual book in front of me is this one. I have the whole book set because I at one point was going to read all 4 of them and then never opened the set. There's literally still plastic on this. So I need to read them because I read the first one for a class. This is the Uglies series, and there's Uglies, Pretties, Specials, and Extras. And this is just a really good book series. Now I'm going to find, I'm gonna have to look this one up too because I can't see the back of the book. Uglies is set in a world in which everyone has an operation when they turn 16, making them supermodel beautiful. Big eyes, full lips, no one fat or skinny. You might think this is a good thing, but it's not, especially if you're one of the Smokies. A bunch of radical teens who've decided they want to keep their own faces. How antisocial of them. And then it says it's a trilogy plus 1 with extras being literally extras about the other 3. And it's just these 3 told from a different point of view. And it's about this girl who, I can't even think of her name. I read this book so long ago, I just remember that it was really good. But it's kind of like, if you like The Hunger Games or Divergent, you're gonna like this because it's a lot like those. And they just get an operation when they turn 16 and they completely change their appearance. And it's kind of like your factions. When you turn a certain age, there's factions, and then there's conflict because some people don't want the faction they were put in, or they don't want to be put in a faction because they don't want to be labeled. Like, it's one of those kinds of books. It's really good. I need to open this and read the second one because, or so I should probably reread the first one, so I don't really remember how it ended, to be honest. Okay, so then there's this book on Audible. It's The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F, and I would read the summary, but there's a lot of swear words in it, so like I'm not gonna read it because whenever I try to read something that has swear words, I accidentally bleep out words that aren't swear words and then say the swear words. Like I'm not even gonna bother with it. But basically, it's a self-help book, and it's trying to teach you how to not really care and you just live your life to the happiest and the fullest, and to be able to reach your full potential and to stop caring so much about what other people think of you, and what other people are going to say, and what other people are going to do, and all of the other things that go on in life, to focus on you and focus on bettering yourself. And then the other book is one that I actually finished, and it It is called You're a Bag A, and it's by Jen Sincero. Oh yeah, I didn't say what the other one was by. The other one is by Mark Mason. Sorry about that. I don't even think I said the author of any of these. I'm sorry. I will make sure to put it all down in the description box. But, there's more to it because it says, You Are a Bag A, How to Stop Doubting, and then there's like ... and it won't finish. But, anyway, it is also a self-help book that is basically like different mindsets that you need to put yourself in and to stop being negative. And it's just a really popular audiobook, like on the YouTube universe. I've heard so many YouTubers talk about it, and I finally ended up getting it because Kaylin Nickerson, shout out, because she was talking about it, and I was like, you know what, I love her, and like I aspire to be like Kaylin, and so if she listened to this book and like bettered her life and like got through everything that she was going through, then I can do the same thing, and I should do that. And so I listened to it, and I've listened to it. Okay, my camera has overheated like 4 times throughout the process of this, so I'm going to make this super fast. It's a really good book. I don't know where I left off talking about it, but it's a motivational book, self-help book. It seems cheesy. Who cares? Because honestly, if you've tried everything else to like better your life and be a great person and nothing has worked, what have you got to lose? Just listen to the book. Like, that was my mindset, and would you look at that? It was actually really good. And anyway, those are all of my book recommendations for the fall time, and I will be reading along with you guys because I will be listening to the one book on Audible, The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F, and then I'll also be reading the Ugly series if I get to it. I will get to it. I will. I'm telling myself right now, I will get to it. And I'm gonna hold all of you accountable. So someone better like message me like when I post this video and they're just like, so have you started reading yet? Because this is filmed way before it's going up. But, anywho, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and make sure to subscribe to check out the rest of the videos in YouTuber. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And it's really hot in here, so I need to go.